Hey there everyone, it's your favorite guy to watch on this channel, once again with, you guessed it, my next top 20 list. A lot of people seem to like the last one, so here comes number 2. And a few things to remember, as are the rules of my list, are as follows. Number 1, if I've not played the game, I cannot in all fairness count its bosses. 2, no repeats unless I actually explain something new about them. And number 3, non-console games count, arcade, handheld, plug-ins, etc. If it counts as a video game, then its bosses count for me. So, let's get the ball rolling and rock and roll with the next top 20 video game bosses. Number 21. The Wu Sisters from Kung Fu Panda for the Xbox 360. Okay, this is just an honorable mention for the list, but god damn it, I got a new Xbox, so I had to play all my old games again. And I have to say two things about this game. First, I got the Invincible achievement. Yeah, I guess I just rushed through it the first time and I played like crap, but I managed to get it this time. And secondly, I found a boss that I overlooked last time, and I realized that it's not actually too bad of a boss. For this game, anyway. And, I mean, by no means is it a fantastic boss, but it's really the only one in the game that requires even a little bit of strategy to defeat. Other than that, it's not really that difficult or interesting, but it's a rare shining ray of hope in this piece of garbage of a game. And I just want to say, if they made this game like Dynasty Warriors, where each character is original and has a series of attacks against hundreds upon thousands of enemies that you can basically just walk through until you get to a named guy or an officer or even a boss, it could still follow the story. But give me something I can go with here. I think the mindless slaughter of an infinite number of nameless enemies would distract me at least long enough for the fact that they had no voice actors from the movie in this game. That alone could have been worth something. Come on! Grade C+, a cherry on top of this piece of crap sundae of a game. Codename, Super Spinning Sisters of the Shadow. Number 20. Hydra from Orochi Warriors 3 for the Xbox 360. Speaking of Dynasty Warriors, I just got this gold mine of an awesome game, and holy crap is it amazing! All of you who have played this series should know about all 7 of the Dynasty Warriors games and all the Samurai Warriors games, and this little piece of genius puts all the characters together and puts them up against this 600-foot-tall giant snake, dragon, demon thing, and holy crap is he awesome! It's awesome! Everything is awesome! Whew! Now, sure the audio's in Japanese, but this is one of those games where you can literally kill everyone on screen while you just read the text boxes, so it's not too big of a problem. But this giant monster is just unstoppable. You bust in there all like, okay, dragon, snake, demon thing, yeah! You want some crap? Bring it! So you unload on him with ballistas and hundreds of soldiers, he's in like, whatever, and he blows your ass to Kingdom Come. This opens up a very cool time-traveling plot, where if someone dies in a battle that you need, it actually opens another level where you can alter the timeline and save the warrior in question. Like if someone died in a fire because a huge amount of gunpowder exploded. You go back in time before that battle and use a bunch of cannons to defeat your enemies to use up all of said gunpowder to prevent the fire that occurs later in the game, saving the warrior. It sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is, and it makes the game's story very long. In Dynasty Warriors 7, I could complete one of the Kingdom stories in about 5 to 7 hours. The story of Orochi took 3 days to beat, and I played the hell out of it. So get your ass out there, level grind like a mofo, and take it to that giant swirly fudger. Laser beam style! Grade B++. It's a freaky sight to see everyone from both games just get taken to hell by this thing, but god damn it makes you think, how the hell do I beat this thing? Answer, ancient Chinese and Japanese laser cannon. P.S. With that many heads, I wonder how tiny and adorably ridiculous the body looks on that thing. You ever wonder that? Like in Hercules, like how he's cut like 100 heads off the Hydra and it's finally the size of the screen? How pathetic does that tiny little body have to be? Oh, PPS. Sao Sao Nobunaga all the way! Woo! Codename, 8 heads on that thing? That's like a head for every day of the week! Number 19. Star Wolf Team from Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64. Aw, yeah, here we go. You're part of the Star Fox team and your job is fly around the solar system, make sure everything's cool. And who's out to stop you? Wolf Team! Yeah, boy! Wolf Team roll call. Pigma, Leon, Andrew, Wolf! Yeah! These guys are who you call on when it's time for you to take on the entire universe, and the only thing that stands in your way is everyone. These guys are so badass, your killing them only manages to piss them off and bring them back with bigger and faster ships, with better maneuverability that are invulnerable to bombs. Holy crap! I mean, sure, it doesn't really help them look any more awesome since they've never been able to shoot me down and they fall for the same tricks every time, but still awesome! Yeah! Just when you think the mission's going fine and everything's about to succeed for the good side. Oh, damn, here they come to throw a big-ass monkey wrench into your plans. And I don't mean Andrew. Still, these guys might go down faster than the film revenue of Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. Oh, wait, no, you have to have a good revenue before it can go down. That steaming pile of bullcrap deserves nothing in the way of awesomeness that comes from the Star Wolf team! Woo! Yahtzee! Grade B. They keep on swinging, flying into battle to screw up everything, and then fly off after they done it right. Ha ha! Codename Panther. Who the hell is Panther? Number 18. It from Resident Evil 4 for the Gamecube. So imagine this. You're walking around. It's dark. There's a lack of a certain undead menace afoot. And what jumps out of the shadows to grab a piece and eat your face? It does! Who does? It does! Who is it? I don't know. It's like an experiment or a monster or something. Huh. But what's its name? You got it. Huh? What is it? There it was again. You're confusing me here. Now, it's an evil mad scientist experiment? Now you're getting it. So what's its name? Why do you keep asking? You already got it. Okay, that's it! Yes. Ah! It looks like a demented monster out of a fear game. In fact, if it wasn't so much like an insect-like monster, it would actually look like the final boss from Fear 3 a little bit. This thing lurks in the shadows and jumps out like a horror movie villain to throw some tentacles at you and make you its next meal. So it's just a monster. Yes, but they didn't name it? No, they did. But what is it? A monster, don't you get it? What are you asking me for? I'm the one who doesn't know its name, but you said it. Okay, shut the fuck up! The monster's name is It, like the fucking clown from that Stephen King movie. God damn it! I can't take it anymore! You're telling me. It's too scary. Let's get rid of it. Yes, finally! Suck on this, you big ugly bug thing! Grade B-. He's scarier than he is tough, and he's not really all that scary. Unless you consider a giant bug thing that wants to eat your head like a giant cheeseburger scary. I guess there's someone who'd have to. Codename, 21st floor, golf equipment, hunting apparel, giant insect thing monsters. Number 17. Alhiagero Debilizione from Dante's Inferno for the Xbox 360. This is quite an interesting one, folks. This here is Dante's Pappy. And to be honest, he's kind of meh in the games, but how he's represented in the movie is even more epic. Sure, it's the same fight, same look, but there's one small difference between the two characters. Oh right, the one from the movie is voiced by Mark Hamill! That's right! It's giant, evil, demonic-powered-filled Mark Hamill. If that isn't one of the scariest things you can imagine, imagine this. You actually save him in the end. Say what? I mean, sure he's evil, but he's your pappy, so I guess, well, I'd save my dad if he turned evil and went to hell and opted out of millennia of misery and strife if he killed me, but, well, no, I'd still save him. Alhiagero is a badass who's the epitome of greed and gluttony, and the only thing better than the power you get from him is how he dies in the movie. He pulls a swan dive into a giant vat of boiling gold. Geronimo! Grade B. He's a tough bastard on those higher difficulties, but if you go into battle not thinking that you're going to have to fight a giant demon version of the Joker, you may be able to escape with your soul intact and your pants crap free. Codename Doobie Wheeler from Hell! Number 16, Wild Dog from Time Crisis, the arcade edition. I've only played this guy once, and I beat him without even trying. Well, let me explain. On a field trip one day to the Great Mall of the Great Plains in this bullcrap summer program my parents put me in, because my mother decided it would be a good idea for people to take her money and pretend to take care of a bunch of kids rather than just leave me at home where I'd undoubtedly watch TV all day. Anywho, we were at the mall, running around the arcade, and what did me and my good buddy find? Time Crisis! We started playing for a little bit, and after I died the first time, I noticed something quite interesting. My continues didn't go away. For some reason, we had infinite continues. So me and my friend played Time Crisis the entire time we were at the mall, and we beat it with no difficulty. It was awesome! Now, Wild Dog is amazing. You fight through a small army to finally get to this guy, and just when it looks like he's gonna get away, he pulls out a detonator and gets ready to settle some accounts! He jokes, he japes, he shoots hostages in the back, and when you finally fight him, god damn it is he hard! He uses several weapons, grenades, and can put his foot up your ass before you even count to a fraction of nothing. He's got a 4-step battle and totally messes you up! Between sending hordes of soldiers at you, shooting your brains out, setting up the whole screen on fire, and taking more bullets to kill than the Terminator, just when you finally kill him, he comes back in the next game! Grade B+/-. He ducks out and shoots like a maniac, and you gotta be faster than him to win. That's right, faster than a maniac. And that's fast. Codename Bad Dog, No Biscuit. Number 15, Alex Mercer from Prototype for the Xbox 360. This is a fantastic character, a scientist turned public enemy number 1. He took on the government all on his own and crushed everyone that got in his way. And just when everything seemed to be going okay again, what happens? Surprise, fuckers! Mercer's back in town! This time, it's Heller's turn. He hunts Mercer down and tries to kill him. And of course, he only slits Mercer's throat, cuts his arms, and stabs him repeatedly. You think that can hurt Mercer? Ha! It wouldn't even offer a snarky comment.
Scary.
Well, maybe he would, but just once. Mercer has enveloped a city in a poisonous toxin. Twice. Zombified thousands. Spread his power to create a new race, and scariest of all, he murdered a Mexican guy! Whoa! I can take the creation of an advanced race of mutated humans with fantastic powers, the zombification of New York City twice, but god damn it, Mercer, please respect the Mexcellence. You gave me one hell of a time playing your game. Don't make me hate you.
It's time you gave me something.
Well, what do you want?
Put some fucking clothes on.
Oh, come on. It's more comfortable this way. You know I like to do these reviews without wearing pants. It just makes it easier and makes me feel more free.
Enough of your fucking weird, fucking rambling shit!
Fine. Just let me finish up here. Mercer is a badass. He's evil. He cuts. He smashes. He takes it to the hole and sinks a 3 every time. And the whole time it blew me away and kind of made me laugh to hear his plan the whole time was to make the world better. Thanks, Mercer. But I don't need any awesome bosses to tell me to go green. Save it for Miss America. Grade B++++++. Was it just me, or did someone else think the movie Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol was a prototype movie just based off the cover? Look at that! Tell me I'm wrong! Look at it for a second, then look away real quick. Codename Bill Nye the Crazy Guy. Seriously, make a prototype movie. Number 14, Naval Piranha from Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. Oh yeah! When people talk about bosses back in the day, this is usually the year they're talking about. An era when apes and monkeys did search for their seemingly endless mass of stolen bananas. An era when people didn't know what kind of horrible atrocities would happen to the Scooby-Doo franchise. An era where rainbow-colored series of tiny dinosaurs carried a baby through the jungle, and somehow the only thing they had to worry about was a little bugger getting kidnapped by a tiny flying monster dressed like Orko from He-Man. But little did they know, that in the depths of the sewers of the jungle, I know I just said that, but there exists a horrifying beast of epic proportions who wants to do nothing but shoot dandelion creatures into the air and charge at you. Truly, there is no threat more horrible. The thing I liked most about this guy, besides the scary-ass intro of him coming up out of the water in gratuitous slow-mo, is the shooting him in the outie to kill him. I guess attacking the protruding belly button of a creature is the easiest way to take it down. I wish I'd known that the last time I had to fight a 20-foot dinosaur-eating plant creature, and I'd rather not relive the experience. Still, this guy has survived the beatings over the years, and I just knew he wasn't dead. When he shows up again in Paper Mario with 2 little sidekicks and fire powers, grade A-. Wish he was a little harder, or at least tried to eat you, but damn, that rise out of the water still makes me cringe like I was 9 years old again. Codename, Diababa is this guy's bitch! Number 13. Seymour Redding from Dead Rising 2 for the Xbox 360. Yeehaw! There he is, my favorite Dead Rising psychopath. This guy is amazing. For those of you who play this game, I don't have anything to say about this guy. Everyone knows how crazy this man is. He's like Larry the Cable Guy jumped into a gene splicer with Judge Dredd. He's adorably rednecky and he's all about the law. Seymour has a fantastic battle strategy. He's got a short-distance melee weapon in the form of his trusty nightstick, which will knock you on your ass in a second, a long-range weapon in the form of a lasso, which ties you up while he wails on you like a pinata, and he's got a 6-shooter, the most dangerous weapon in the game. Seriously, about 15 shots from this weapon will kill just about any boss, even Chuck from the next game, while you can stay away from him and basically shoot the crap out of him. So he's the Adam the Clown of this game, basically. He has an actual battle strategy, various weapons to hit you no matter where you are, and just when you beat him, you get one of the best weapons in the game. Unless you're playing the off-the-record version, you'll actually have to whip the knife gloves out and take him to him fast without taking too much damage. But if you are, you can find another 6-shooter and use that to kill him easily. Oh, and for those of you who were never able to figure this out, WWJWD stands for What Would John Wayne Do? And yes, I had to look that up. Grade A-. If you take the law into your own hands during a zombie apocalypse, you might be a redneck. Codename, What Would John Wayne Do? Probably kick this guy's ass. Yeehaw! Number 12. The creator from Bayonetta for the Xbox 360. That's right, Bayonetta has breezed through the armies of paradise and put God knows how many joy angels on that horse and made those boobs just jiggle away. Oh, and now she's only got one more enemy on her radar. God. Now that aside, God fights like a lot of the other half-mile-long bosses you had to fight and summons fire and forces you to evade and evade and evade and evade until you get a small window to attack and take it to her like a champ. Of course, this boss isn't too hard, but in this situation, you are fighting God! And then, of course, get ready, Bible readers who haven't played this game before, because this is going to sting. You break out your city-sized, ultimate badass form and kill God. Holy shit! I'm surprised that the controversy with this game is how Bayonetta's clothes come off every time you summon a monster, but not the entire point of the game where you have to kill everything in heaven. And I can perfectly handle this, as I'm one of those people who, shockingly, doesn't associate themselves with a religion, which I'd get into, but that's for another video. This one's about awesome bosses, not me attending the Church of St. Mattress every Sunday. God may not be too tough, but fighting her is still a blast. And of course, Bayonetta in space is kind of funny too. Grade B+. She's kind of a pushover, but still. It's Giant Naked Robot God. Wow, I literally just said that. Codename, score 1 for those atheists. Number 11. Robo T-Rex from Turok for the Nintendo 64. That's right, it's Dino Rider time. And this pissed off bastard is out for your blood! This guy not only guards the end of level 7, a Chrono Scepter piece, but also the final portal to the Campager. And believe you me, he will not get out of your way in too big a hurry. Between stomping you into a big pile of dead Indian guy, he breathes fire, shoots lasers, and is in one hell of a force to reckon with, and I plumb reckon. He may not be one of those fancy pants bosses that has a backstory or horrible plot to complete, but this guy doesn't need any of that glitz or glamour. All he wants to do is eat Indians named Turok and kick ass, and he's not out of either the former or the latter. You better believe it! Grade B. He's big, he's bad, he romps, he stomps, and he's one badass titanium T-Rex that will make you extinct. Codename Rockin' Robo Reptile. Number 10. Hugh Baldwin from Castlevania Circle of the Moon for the Game Boy Advance. Oh, hey Hugh, how you doing? Whoa! What the F, man? Are you some kind of crazy person? You will die! No, I won't. Well, I guess I will someday. I mean, we're all gonna die, right? No! Wait. No, Hugh, it's okay. I'm okay with that. I mentally prepared to die years ago. And you know what? I think when my time finally comes, I'll be ready for it. And I think I can approach the end of my life with maturity and maybe even some humor. No! I mean, I'm going to kill you! Oh, wait. Why would you want to do that, Hugh? I will defeat you and prove that I'm stronger than you. Why would you want to do that? Aren't we, like, trying to save your dad? And wouldn't that be a lot easier with both of us alive and working together? You know what? That's true. Fuck Dracula. Let's go kick his ass. Yeah, boy! Let's put that sparkly fucker in his place. Later. You think you can defeat me? I am the ultimate evil. I will survive forever. Ha-ha! Good one, Hugh. That worked like a charm. Damn straight. You want to hit up Five Guys? Hell yeah, I do. Okay, it doesn't actually go down like that. But the whole fight with him really doesn't make much sense. Sure, he's been, like, messed with by Dracula and such, but he's pretty much exactly what I've always wanted in a mirror match. His attacks differ from yours, but he's essentially a copy of you. He uses DSS power and uses a sword, knives, axes, holy water. Sure, it's unholy water, but it looks a little more like purple Kool-Aid to me. I always wanted the battle from Aria of Sorrow where you fight Julius Belmont at the end, if you defeat Graham with the Flame Demon, Giant Bat, and Succubus Souls. But I usually just spam him with lightning bolts and whip his ass with a Column Solaris, or however the hell you say it. But Hugh fights like you do. He thinks like you do, and when you beat him down, he gets back up twice as strong, twice as fast, and his weapons improve to the nth degree. Hugh is awesome, and the whole I'm gonna kill you to prove I'm better thing is kind of stupid, but he could just be controlled by Carmilla, but she was dead already at this point. I guess so, whatever, it's not important. Hugh is tough, and he makes one hell of an anti-hero. Grade A-. He succeeds the same way Dark Link does. A badass character who's cooler than the main character, and a hell of a lot more developed and stronger. Codename Sword-wielding Edward Slayer. Number 9. Jack of Blades from Fable for the Xbox. This guy isn't really too much of a guy. More like the crazy forge that lives in a mask and makes you do his bidding. Like Jim Carrey in The Mask. But a little more homicidal. Okay, well, this guy can turn into a dragon. Let's see you do that, Jim Carrey.
Alrighty then.
God damn it! Okay, enough of that. Jack of Blades is supposedly an immortal, an ultimately evil spirit inside the mask, showing over the face of this crazy-looking sumbitch on the screen. It's said that just putting on his mask will fill you with the very evil energy and transform you into the Jack of Blades. And this guy does not mess around. He's murdering thousands, burning down villages, killing thousands again, engaging in erotic fanfiction with King Lucian, and the less we get into that, the better this will end up. Trust me, I've gone through enough goofy crap in these games tailing Reaver. I don't need any from this guy. So, in short, he's evil incarnate. He will never go away, even though he's supposed to be gone, and I found his hammer and fully upgraded it. But one day, he will return for it, and he will rain down fire and turn the world as black as his heart. Grade A. He's as dangerous as he is awesome, and equally hard to defeat. Codename Jim Carrey the Dragon. Number 8. Maverick Spider from Megaman X for the Super Nintendo. Okay, now, arachnophobia aside, this guy is only scary on how freaking hard he is. Now, I know a lot of you are better than me at this game, but god damn it, this guy always seems to be tailor-made to kill my ass. He can seemingly run down in any direction, even if you hide somewhere you know he can't get you. He somehow bends space and time to hunt your ass down. He's fast, tough, a strategic nightmare because he's too fast and hard to find a freaking safe spot because he can go almost anywhere. He's not too creative of a final boss, but god damn it, Megaman seems to get better and better at killing me with every new incarnation. I'm not going to play the Game Boy Advance titles, but I've had enough nightmares about fighting Sigma and his freaking Robo-Puppy. And seriously, there's anything to be afraid of after this guy, it's not spiders. It's 20-foot-tall giant robot spiders. Ah! Someone get me a giant newspaper! Or at least the upgraded X-Buster. Or the Hadoken power-up if you manage to get it. Which I never did. Ah, to hell with it! Grade B. He's faster than lightning, and he'll eat the hell out of you! Oh! Codename, Charlotte's Web in space! Number 7. The Dragon from Star Tropics 2, Zoda's Revenge for the NES. We've all faced dragons before, but I can wager you've never faced a dragon like this one. He can fly! And breathe fire! What's that? You say all dragons can do that? Well, can those dragons that are so much better than this one bring up instant death spikes that give the fight a time limit while they fly around too fast to hit? Wow, there's a lot of those fast bosses in this one. Anyway, so fast that the hero can only throw their swords and psychic mind magic at them in a futile attempt to kill them to get a stupid piece of rock called a tetrad? And you have to fight this guy twice in the game. Once on his own, and once more later in the tail end of the boss gauntlet, that you have to get through with one health bar and as many of the potions you manage to find on the way. But he's twice as fast, hits twice as hard, shoots twice as much fire, spikes go up faster, and you get even less time to fight him. And if all that isn't enough, you have to fight 9 bosses before you get to him. And there's at least 3 more that follow. So, here's my advice. Put the controller down, and go bang your head on the wall. It'll be less painful that way. Because only memorizing all the patterns, moves, and battle strategies of all the other bosses to get through this without wasting your potions so you can have a fighting chance against this giant flying bastard. Now, I've beaten him so many times he's not even a challenge anymore, and by that I mean I've beaten him once. He's a big scaly badass, but at least the image of King Arthur on that level is actually quite ripe for parody. Grade A-. As far as dragons go, I'd take Volvagia, the zombie dragons, Ridley, Zardragon, Cinder, Flamewing, Dragonite, Magma Dragoon, Trogdor, Bonetail, Londia, Nicobolus, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Onyxia, and Argarok, all at the same time before I take on this guy again. First because he's really hard, and secondly because that would be the most epic battle in the history of forever. Even if I died in battle, and there's a pretty good chance of that, my name would go down in history as the guy who was killed by 15 dragons all at the same time. And I'd better get a plaque to that effect. Codename, Puff the Murder Dragon. Number 6. The Cycloid Emperor from Duke Nukem 64 for the Nintendo 64. Ah, the Cycloid Emperor. The only boss I had to look up because his name never comes up in the game. At least in the N64 version. I've never played the new one. But I swear that will change because I love Duke Nukem. This guy is so big, he takes up the whole stadium, and he attacks with an infinite number of lasers, energy balls. My tiny balls will be the end of you all! Ha 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 ha! That rhymed, kind of. Anyway, and an assortment of everything else in the game that he throws at you, all at the same time. Damn! Sure, he's a big target, and the game gives you a free jetpack and health and power-ups at the yin-yang, but damn it if this guy can't touch you and kill your ass in a second. The only thing better than using God mode cheat codes and unloading about 12,000 rounds from your machine guns at him, because I love those goddamn machine guns. Seriously, I don't know what it is about them, but I love MP5s. Seriously, Duke Nukem, 007, Call of Duty, all the shooter games that have them, I've gotten this gun in there, and you better believe I'll get my hands on it. The only thing better than those awesome guns is watching him fall like an oak tree and kicking his eye through a field goal. Grade A-. The whole game comes down to this. And when it's just you and him, it's ever so satisfying to take that son of a bitch down. Nobody steals our chicks and lives. Codename, step right up and see the one-eyed monster. Number 5. Blind from Zelda Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo. Oh yes, here we go. This guy is awesome, and he is without a doubt my favorite Zelda boss and my favorite Zelda game. He's got it all. A backstory where we learn he's actually a legendary thief and managed to hold on to countless treasures from the kingdom, a badass fighting style where he separates his head several times and spams the crap out of you with laser balls. Balls! Thank you! Please stop that. Sorry. Blind has even the most devilishly clever and manipulative strategy in any Zelda game. No, scratch that. In any game ever. He disguises himself as a woman to get you to leave the dungeon. And god damn it, I fell for it the first time. And I feel no shame in saying that. However, I did learn my lesson from that. And when Dupless tried it on me several years later, I saw right through it. That's right, bitch. I learned that trick from Blind. How often can you say that? You learned a lesson from one game that helps you not be fooled by a not-so-obvious ploy in another game. Holy shit! Fighting this giant, blind, flying bastard actually made me smarter. Grade A-. He's sneaky, he's crafty, and god damn it, he makes one hell of a believable woman. Never mind, forget I said that. Codename, Nearsighted Ne'er-Do-Well. Number 4. Your Dad from Harvest Moon 64 for the Nintendo 64. Your dad is a douche! His only motivation in this game is to take your ass back home and get your worthlessness off the farm lickety-split. You have 2 years before he shows up, and when he does, you have to have done really well in the game and either fixed up the farm, made a crap tons of friends in the village, gotten married, or guess what? Game over! He takes your ass home and you have to start over. I, of course, being totally awesome, have never failed at anything, so he's never taken me back home, and I was always allowed to stay. I, of course, being totally awesome, have never failed at anything, so he's never taken me back home, and I was always allowed to stay. I was always married and had a crap ton of friends, but I never raised crops, because the stuff you find in the forest every day gives you more money in a time period that would actually rend crops. Sure, you get more in a day with the crops, but the stuff you find in the woods gets you more money over the longer time period. Oh, and don't bother with cows or sheep. Just raise chickens, and unless you don't want to. It's not necessary. Just save up till you get a greenhouse and raise tomatoes and eggplants all year. The plants never go away in the greenhouse and will yield infinite produce. It's easy enough to get people to like you, just don't be a douche and carry your dog around sometimes. And the easiest thing for me was to get married. My record for marrying Karen was in the first season. Sure, I used a glitch to get her to love me faster, but that wasn't the hard part. The hard part is getting the goddamn kitchen in the first season. Now, here's how you do it. First, the kitchen costs 5,000 gold and 450 lumber. So here's what you need to do. First, grab your dog and go to the vineyard on the very first day, anytime after 9 a.m. Karen will leave the vineyard after having a fight with her father, then leave and immediately come back. If you're early enough, usually before 10, she should be standing by the fence. Talk to her while holding your dog about 250 times, this should only take about 5 minutes, until her heart meter turns pink. She is the only girl this works on, so there you go. You've earned the heart of the local firebrand in record time. Secondly, gather everything in the woods every day should net you about 700 gold a day. So with the 5 grand that you need for the kitchen and about the 1,000 or so that you need for the blue feather to buy from Rick, I know he knocks it down to 980, but you have to already have 1,000 to buy it. So gather everything and ship it by 5 just so you can get the money. You should have enough after about 10 days. Thirdly, while you gather, be sure to cut up all 7 stumps in the forest every day. If you get all 7, we'll give you 42 pieces of lumber daily. So 450 pieces, 42 at a time, will take you 11 days to collect. So, presuming it's not Tuesday and the craftsman shop isn't closed, you can make your kitchen. So Karen loves you, you have the blue feather, and the kitchen is done. Go ahead and give her your feather and you'll be married the following Sunday. So try not to do it on a Sunday. So, despite the walkthrough, your dad is pretty easy to get around. But damn it, if he can't screw you over in a hurry, and how often do you see that nowadays? Screw up with the final boss and you have to start the game over? Damn, that's rough. Grade, neutral. He may be a pretty strict parent, but aren't you like in your 20s and on your own? If my dad came up to my house and told me he was taking me back home to my parents' house, I'd probably slam the door in his face. My dad wouldn't do that though, because my dad is awesome. Codename, impatient motherfucker. Because he's your dad, and he fucks your mother. Number 3. Yardiovich and Smilax from Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo.
Oh god, not these two, no!
Okay, I'm back now. Oh god. Holy shit, these two are bastards. Despite being in my favorite game of all time, these two stand far above the rest as the hardest bosses in this game. Sure, they're not too hard to survive, but it's more the way I play that makes them really hard. First, there's Yardiovich, and what does he do? He spams the fuck out of Water Blast, which falls to a close second behind Breaker Beam as one of the most powerful group hitting attacks in the game. And when I usually get to him, I've progressed to the point already where I no longer have to level grind to a certain point, and I should be able to beat the game, and usually end up under level 20 when I finally get to Smithy. But this guy kicks my ass because due to my low level, I don't have enough HP to survive the multiple Water Blast attacks, back to back. Other than that, he's not too bad. But this next guy is a son of a bitch too. Smilax, who guards the route to Nimbus Land, has a few incarnations, but his giant form that you fight last is a bastard. Let me tell you something. I love to use special attacks, so I usually pump up my specials evenly with my attack and defense stats. So I never bother to use the true form pin, because when you get turned into a scarecrow, it doesn't restrict your use of specials. But what does is when Smilax turns you into a fucking mushroom throughout the entire battle. To be honest, I could just buy a few and hold on to them before I fight them, but I always forget because I'm stupid like that. And to be honest, I like to be able to strategize when I battle in games like this. Which, to answer several of your questions as to why I love the first two Paper Mario games, but hate the third one, and to save you an hour-long ranting and bitching session about how I dislike it, let me just say this. 1. They changed the battle system from turn-based style, which allowed strategy, to the open-air Kingdom Hearts style free battle, which I fucking hate. 2. It's not 2D anymore. Kind of a personal beef, but it irks me. 3. The sidekicks are no longer recognizable Mario villains made into original characters, but a gaggle of polygon butterflies. What the hell? If anyone from Nintendo is watching, I have written the entire game, plot, scenario, character, battle system, setting, enemies of one of my own Paper Mario games. I have kept the same principle of a classic Mario game where you have to find stuff to continue, and it stars my favorite Koopa King, Bowser, and plays like a Mario game in reverse. Where you play as Bowser, you raise an army of colorful characters to assist in the conquering of Mushroom Kingdom. Called, of course, Paper Bowser. Still, Yardiovich and Smilax are the only bosses I've ever had trouble with in this game, and they make it challenging even to this day. I've been playing this over and over and over and over for more than a decade, and I will never stop playing. This game is that perfect. Grade A. They're not major bosses or anything even that special, but what they can be is even tougher than the final boss and require actual training and strategy to defeat. Unlike a few other bosses I can mention, not from this game of course, this game is Chuck Norris on toast. Codename, Spearhead and Smileyboy. Number 2. Poseidon from God of War 3 for the PlayStation 3.
Challenge me, mortal. A god of Olympus.
Holy shit! Look at that! Sure, Zeus has lightning and Hermes has super speed, but look at that! It's like a 600-foot giant water monster with crab claw tentacles and giant horse heads, and god damn it! Just look at that thing! Not everyone will remember this, but I do. Adam West Lapdog is Zeus, and I am Poseidon. Adam? Me.
I will leave nothing of you in my wake.
Holy crap. I don't even remember who said that, but I'm sorry, that is awesome. And what's better than that? This was the first boss in the game! Ocarina of Time has Goma, Sonic DX has Chaos, and God of War 3 has...
You challenge me, mortal?
love this game! Well, if I had to nitpick this at all, he does die really badly, but damn it, Poseidon even dies epically. He falls off Olympus and takes everything and everyone around the area with him.
Down you go, fucker!
Grade A. He's big, he's bigger, he's the biggest goddamn awesome bastard I've ever had the pleasure to beat into a bloody pulp. And Poseidon, I salute you. Codename, God of Awesome! And the number one greatest video game villain is Super Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Manhatten Project for the NES.
It's a Super Shredder!
Yes! 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 It took me years to get to this guy. All the trips to my grandma's because she's the only one who had a functioning NES. She loved the game Wario's Woods. Anywho, Super Shredder! I fought all the way to the end of this game, kicking Krang's ass like, yeah, I'm bad. I beat the game. Wait, it's not over? Okay. Who else wants some? Shredder, you want some too? You ready to make another swan dive into a trash truck? Okay. Bring it on, Chrome. Don't do that. Not the use. No! Run for your lives! He's becoming super ultra mega awesome Chuck Norris Shredder, and he will destroy you. You will be crying in the corner because Super Shredder will give you a never-ending ride on the pain train. So get in there, beat on him, and hope to Christmas he doesn't just sneeze and kill you. Because when this guy's got nothing left, spam your special attacks and hope he dies before you do. This guy is so awesomely nostalgic and totally scary, I had to watch the movie to see if there are any weaknesses I can learn. But sadly, there are no giant docks that I can get him to drop on himself. Damn it! He fires Hadokens and lightning bolts at you, flies around the screen, and just when it looks like he has you, yeah! Take a hot plate of my pulling your ass! Whoa, hold on. Let's try that again. You get in behind Shredder with your long, hard staff and... Damn it, one more time. Shredder falls before the might of your penis. Screw it! You hit him with a stick and he falls down. Damn it, this guy was cool and made me play this game so many times. But after all this time, nothing makes me happier than ending this awesome game with this awesome boss fight. Grade A+. He's a wicked, powerful bastard, and damn it, he's fun to fight. Super Shredder is so awesome, he's like fighting a giant robot Super Saiyan with all the powers of Dolph Lundgren, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Mary Poppins, Mr. T, Jesus, Tommy Lee Jones, and Darth Maul. He's the whole cast of the Ultimate Showdown, and only ends with everyone exploding and forming together to make this giant pile of armored awesomeness. Codename, Turtle Soup's a-comin'. Well, that's my next top 20 list. I hope you enjoyed it, and trust me, as time passes, I will fight more bosses or rediscover epic older ones. And for those of you who didn't see your favorite boss on here, remember, I may not always go for the most popular games, and also remember, I've only played a few games outside of the Xbox and Nintendo consoles, so sorry, PlayStation fans. I'm on Team Xbox! Woo! Love that 360! So, more to come, so keep watching.